Good afternoon. This is James J. This is your week 16 module, your final module for the semester. And the new item that I'd like to cover today has to do with your final portfolio. Your final portfolio is going to be worth 100 points. That's 20% of your grade, pretty significant amount. The idea there is I'm hoping to get your absolute best work, and you've been working throughout the semester on your writing skills, honing and polishing your craft, these type of things. And so I want to see your absolute best work in this in this final portfolio. So these would be you can kind of imagine if you're if this is the spot where you have your deadline, you're having to turn in your final work to a publisher, to an editor. This would be the draft that you want to get to them. So everything's clean, no typos, ready to go, all that kind of stuff. So in the final portfolio, looking for a few things. One of your works of fiction. So that was either formal assignment 1 or 2. One of your nonfiction assignments. That was either assignment 3 or 4. And then one of your poems. So that was formal assignment 5, 6, or 7. So there'll be 3 total items that you'll end up revising. Also, I'd like in that when you email me, just add maybe 100 to 200 words. Would be commonly called a cover letter, just mentioning what you were up to in the revisions, what you were trying to do and get done. So, it might be along the lines of in the poem, I was working on fiddling with some line breaks and how to close that thing. Nonfiction, I don't know, maybe you're working with your verb selection, trying to write in a more active voice, and the flash fiction you thought was pretty spot on, but you wanted to work on your title and your introductory hook, something like that. So real quick, and it may not take even much more time than that, but just a few things that you might want to mention that you're working on, just so I'll have kind of a place to focus on, at least to see if we're on the same page, and that might be useful to you for me to potentially comment on how successful those things were. And then what I'd also like to see in there too, if you could include in that email, include the original assignment, the first draft. So if you end up going with the very first, let's just say for the sake of argument and ease, you went with your first assignment, that flash fiction piece, that's what you were going to revise. So please include your revision, and then in a separate file, attach the original that you sent to me that has my comments on it, basically. I just would like to kind of get an idea of how far you've come along there, and with some of them there might be quite a bit of revision. Some might just be a few. It might be a few things. For some folks, you may have basically taken half the writing and cut it and then expanded and all kinds of things. And others might have just been some fine tuning. It just entirely depends. But I would like to see that original. It gives me just a point of reference, I think. Let's see. This whole thing will be due on December 14th. So December 14th, when this final portfolio is due, do make sure to get that thing in. It is, as I said before, it's worth a large percentage of your grade. It's 100 points, 20% of your grade, and so hopefully that'll come together pretty well for you. And if you do find yourself getting stuck on that, let me know. And like any of these sort of things, I'd suggest getting started early if you possibly can. And also, right now at this point, this will be as I mentioned before, the 16th module, the final module for the class. And I'm going to post that momentarily, and then you'll have a chance to go through and start making decisions as far as when you want to try to finish out all the remaining assignments and make your final moves in this class and get things wrapped up. That, of course, depends on perhaps your other classes and your other course load, as well as, of course, work, family obligations, commitments that you have to have and log in and take care of for the rest of your life, in the rest of your life too. So I wanted to get all these assignments out to you early so that you'd have a chance to make those plans and come up with a strategy. So hopefully you have your most success in this class as well as potentially in other classes too, right? Then you can know where you're at in here and either focus time appropriately for where it needs to go. So that is that wraps up my final portfolio note. Make sure to take a look at that thing. If there's any questions at all, then ask me. Shoot me an email. See if we can figure out what we need to do to get that thing rolling and get your best work turned in for the class. Also, some of the other things that are left at this point, and I'm getting ready to post this thing on November 28th. So this is posted November 28th. So things, if you're checking in a few days or a week, some of these things might have changed. But the things that I'm noting that we have left to do as of the 28th, you've got your last formal assignment 7. That's that third poem in response to music, due on December 3rd. And then also we have the recitation and recording of one of your poems, and that's going to be due on December 10th. All right. Also, I think I can't remember if I mentioned in the when I put those assignment prompts up before. If you're going with that, and I would encourage folks to record that, put it up on YouTube. Make sure to make that mark that thing's public so I can get access. There were a couple times the first go around where I had to email back and forth with folks to get access to their recording. So make sure that's available so I can get you your points and that kind of thing. And especially with there's not much left of the semester, I don't want it to be kind of emailing back and forth, trying to get that taken care of. In fact, I would encourage you, once you have those poems written, this last assignment, you've got the one you like pretty much set, get that recording done quickly. It's relatively easy points to pick up. So I'm kind of going through my list here in front of me. This final portfolio, December 14th. The final packet of quizzes, hopefully that was in last week's module, is as far as that quiz 10 that I started out with, as well as there was that summary quizzes, kind of the course overview that I used. With that was worth quite a few points, and hopefully relatively easy, fun points, just kind of a summation, thinking about what we've been up to. Make sure to get that thing done. I don't want to be too pedantic or too, as far as kind of just repeating myself over and over. But I do want to make sure that you've done the work, you've spent the time doing the writing, doing the reading, and engaging in this class. So I want to make sure you get your points at the end here. So this is the part, a lot of times when I don't tend to focus a lot on the grade side of it, because I think it's more important to learn something and hopefully take these writing skills that you've been working on expanding, honing throughout the semester, and using them forever. They're yours, right? So this is something you can take with you for other courses well beyond graduation, these type of things. These are hopefully skills that the idea, I think, with this class, what I really enjoy about it is that you've had a chance to experience different art forms, whether it be plays, whether it be visual arts, music. So we've had a chance to kind of just pique our interest. I hope, kind of hopefully pique your interest in a lot of different areas, and then using different writing strategies. And we've been writing in a lot of different ways to then come together and synthesize that experience, and hopefully come up with some pretty good writing, something pretty entertaining, something pretty useful. And I think, as I've mentioned before, that one of the reasons why I enjoy writing is it helps me make sense of the world around me in a way that just other things don't. So it works for me, and I'm hoping that even if this isn't, maybe this doesn't turn out to be your career or anything like that, but hopefully it's something that you can use to make sense of the universe around you and just make it a more interesting, vibrant world, as far as another way of experiencing the world through different art forms, and then your own writing in response to those art forms. That's the idea. That goes beyond the grade, and that's what I'm really hoping for. But in this last part, I do want to emphasize the grading portion, because I want you to make sure to get your best work forward, and to make sure that for all the time and trouble you've put in throughout the semester, that you're getting your best grade. So that's why I'm kind of repeating myself a little bit and trying to get back, just not being too heavy-handed, maybe a little heavy-handed, trying to make sure that you have all the information you need to close out the semester strong. And along those lines, I did want to thank everyone for this semester, this 16 weeks of putting in your efforts into your writing, into your reading assignments, and the results have been great. It's been a really strong batch of writing. Very much I'm very impressed with what everyone has come up with. So I appreciate that. I think I've said before that not a lot of folks take courses during a pandemic, right? So it's been 100 years really since the Spanish flu, and people were enrolled in classes, and a lot has changed in 100 years, so it's something to be proud of, even if you might feel like things are a bit overwhelming or things are stressful. Of course they are, but I'm glad that folks are sticking with it and getting this done. I'm very proud of your efforts. So thank you for that, and best of luck with wrapping up the semester. This will be my last video to you, but you can always email me, give me a call, that kind of thing if you get stuck. I'll also be posting some under the announcement tabs. I'll send out some announcements that'll basically go through on your emails as things develop. So if there's other just kind of general information or reminders that I'll have for you as far as deadlines, and kind of bug you a little bit more on that, just to make sure that that you get everything wrapped up and taken care of. All right. Once again, thank you so much for your effort. Enjoy your writing. Good luck.